What is up, everybody? Matt with Mikey Designs here. We're going to talk about dark room lighting. We're in our yellow safe dark room mode, light safe room, dark safe room, UV light safe room, yellow room, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about some inexpensive options if you're a beginner or even if you have an established shop. Stick around and we'll talk about some of the products that we use. Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and don't forget to check our description for links to some of the products talked about in this video and some of the stuff that we use. So here is our dark room, which is practically just this section of our garage shop. We have the overhead light off. That is really the only light in the entire room. As you can see, it is very well lit. Now, granted, we do have the yellow safe lights on in our exposure unit, and our washout booth is a safe light as well, whatever you want to call it. And then we have this overhead light up here, which is just a hanging fluorescent light with UV covers on it. There's these yellow amber lights that we use. The bulbs in our exposure unit have a yellow amber coating on it that is light safe, UV safe. That is one option that you could go with. But what I really want to talk about is the covers that we have on our overhead light here that is hanging. And also behind our washout booth, they have a similar cover, but it's just a slightly different shade of yellow. If we take one of these bulbs out, you'll see that it is merely a cover on the light fixture itself. And this is your standard 4-foot fluorescent light for your work areas or your garage. And you'll see that it has a little end cap. Let me try and pull this thing off. Give me 1 second. The caps were on there pretty good because they've been on there for a while. These lights have lasted quite some time, but you'll see it is just a sleeve that the light bulb, the fluorescent tube light, inserts into. And the ones on the washout booth, they're very similar, but they're slightly a different shade. And you can see that it's the same type of setup. For the covers that we do have on our smaller lights, we essentially took the 4-foot covers and then just cut them down to size. That way they fit the lights that go on the back of our washout booth. And this was a great solution. If you are working on screens, or if you just feel like leaving them out in the dark room, being able to walk in without having any issues, having your screens pre-exposed, the products that we have listed in our link to these covers have worked fantastic for us for 3 to 4 years, and they're fairly inexpensive. I also have a link to this style of light fixture that you can just hang from your ceiling, and it's a fairly mobile solution for your 4-foot fluorescent tube lights. Rather than having a permanent fixture to your ceiling, this is a lot easier to deal with because we just got a couple hooks and then hung ours from the ceiling. This will also make it easy if you do happen to move out of, let's say you're in a garage and you need to move your setup. You could easily move it into a shop and it will make life easy. Some options for you guys that are just starting out and have a very tight budget. We have included links to yellow bulbs as well that will work just as great. You can get 1 or 2 of them, whatever lights the area up really well for you so you can see what you're doing. Those will work just as great. Keep in mind that your dark room does not have to 100% be shut off from outside UV light. In a garage situation, If your screens are far enough from the garage door where the light leaks out, it's not a problem. If you're in a storage closet or have some sort of closet where you do have your screens, just be sure to keep them far enough away from the light that seeps out underneath the doors. Or you can just use some black garbage bags and tape a little strip down at the bottom. Go to Lowe's, get you some weather stripping to go around the frame of the door, and that will solve your problems. As you can see here, we have a few unexposed screens. Actually, that's exposed, but this is unexposed. This guy is unexposed. If you look at our garage door, it is about 1 o'clock and there is some light seeping in. It's never been a problem for us, so don't freak out about it. Just chill out a little bit. It's not that important. If you're that concerned about it, get some heavy-duty black lawn garbage bags and put your unexposed screens in them. You can also use these bags to store your screens. Well guys, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you in getting your darkroom all set up. You can do it for fairly inexpensive with some of these links that we included. And really, that's all you need. This is all we've used for the 4 years that we have been in business, and it would work for larger shops as well, because really and truly your darkroom area does not have to take up a huge space unless you're a huge production shop. This will work just fine. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. As always, hit the subscribe button, click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, so that way you get updates when we upload our next video. Be sure to like, share, and we'll see you guys next time. Whatcha?